turn it off.
Yeah.
I agree. Listen, I say this all the time. I think that, yes, I think the show is where it is on pause because of Teresa. I 100% agree.
100%.
As far as all this stuff with the bloggers and all that, now I know because I was kind of in it a little. No one ever gave me anything, but it's all true. Like where there's smoke, there's fire. So do I really know for a fact?
Listen,
no, but do I know for a fact? Yes.
If one person says it, it may be a rumor, it may be made up. But when 3, 4, 5,
right?
No,
it can't just be everyone got together to come up with this plan to say
exactly.
Teresa and Jenn are doing all this,
right?
Exactly,
right. And like we've seen. Screenshots. No, these are not doctored. So I agreed. Like, I think, like, this is how I look at it. I think if anyone else did all this toxic stuff that Teresa's being accused of, it'd be really easy. There wouldn't be a pause. We would just fire all of the 7 people. And it's that they don't want to fire Teresa.
Exactly.
That's the bottom line. This pause is because of her.
I don't think they can get rid of her.
I don't think so either. I really don't.
Yeah.
That show will not survive without her. It will not survive without her. And
Survive is like a heavy loaded statement though. Survive is like a lot, but like I feel like I don't know. I feel like Teresa, just like so many people really love her, and she could do all this crazy shit, and people are still like love Teresa to death.
Yeah, but that's why it will not survive without her because everyone gives her the free pass. I think Bravo needs to spin her off finally. Her and her kids, call it what you want. They may have a fake Cartier bracelet, but they are the East Coast Kardashians.
That's terrible.
Spin them off.
Yeah.
Let the show go on and have Teresa pop in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. I also don't think that the show can survive without Joe Gorga. And
I know. I
can't see the show without
love Joe Gorga. I do.
This is how we're at a pause. This is exactly because it's like they don't know what to do.
No.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think Teresa is going to be fired.
No.
But at the same time, you can't have another season of Melissa and Teresa.
Forget being fired.
Exactly.
I don't think Bravo will even slap her on the wrist.
No, I have to say, I agree with both of you. The people support her no matter what. But a lot don't as much as they used to.
Yeah.
Like, believe it or not, I almost get more hate when I say Teresa's not going to be fired, which I believe, than when I criticize her. Like,
really?
People are turning, not the stumps, but a lot of people are over her shit. So I feel like if Bravo's reading all these comments, like I really don't know what's going to happen, but I can't see a show being called The Housewives of New Jersey without Teresa either. I don't even like her on the show. I think the show would be so interesting without her, with Melissa and a whole group.
I agree.
Because Melissa is malleable. Like she could play in the sandbox with whoever they hire.
Yeah. And listen, I saw recently, like, Melissa posted, one of those, like, photo booth pictures at the Joseph wedding, and it was, like, Melissa and Dolores and Margaret, and I was like, this is such a fun crew. Like, I'm obsessed with it. Like, I love them, and I feel like that would be so great. I want to see that. I'm fucking over Jen Aiden. Like, if nobody sees that this girl is a lapdog by now, I'm over it. Like, I wish that she would just have a fucking single solitary thought of her own that had nothing to do with what Teresa thought.
I don't think you have to worry about Jenny.
Yeah, I was going to say, who do you...
I'm over her.
Right now, who do you think's coming back? Like, if you had to say it.
I did a 2-hour show on this. I think I still stand by what I said like months ago. I think at the end of the day, Teresa, Danielle Cabral, Dolores, and Rachel Fuda. I really feel those 4 are coming back.
Can I just tell you something?
That's just my gut.
Danielle Cabral, first of all, she's from Staten Island.
Yeah.
We have yet to meet her, and I'm kind of like over it. Like, at this point, we got to meet her.
We do.
Nate is my second favorite house husband.
Who's your first?
Joe Gorga. But, like, Joe Gorga is a housewife, so I guess you could say Nate's my top house husband right now.
You just think he's cute. That's what it is. Nate.
No, see, blondes isn't my thing. If anything, I think John Food is cuter.
Really? Okay.
Scary.
Yeah, but
okay.
I'm obsessed with Rachel Fuda.
She did the job great.
I love Rachel Fuda.
I'm sorry. This past season, you can go into my notes. Rachel Fuda was the only one who clocked in.
And I love that she goes at Teresa. I love how she don't care nothing. She goes right at her.
The only two that have the balls big enough to go after Teresa.
I love it.
And you have to give You have to give them their flowers for that.
I think she had and people are like, well, Danielle's not on that team. I'm like, that's not how, they're not going to think in terms of teams. And I said this, if if Margaret is gone and Melissa's gone, Teresa will be thrilled to have Rachel Fuda there. They will get over this within like a week.
I know. I agree with you. I do.
I can't see Rachel Fuda getting past it authentically. I think for the show she may do it, but deep down inside.
I would be very disappointed in Rachel Fuda if all it took was for them to be fired for her to create a camaraderie with Teresa. My feelings would change about her.
What if there was like a newbie that came for Rachel and Teresa, was like, don't speak to Rachel like that. Like, I think it could
But I feel like that wouldn't be authentic.
You don't think so?
No, because I feel like Teresa's goal is just to get as many people on her team. So I feel like she would do that to try to show Rachel, like, look, I'm good. They had so many bad things to say about me. You chose that side, but look, I'm good. The same thing about her yoga zen journey.
I think Rachel, Danielle, Dolores can keep that show going with Melissa, Teresa popping in and out. And a few new girls, but I want new people to come on that haven't studied the show. Like, I wish that they would find people that were like, I never saw Bravo, I never saw Jersey Housewives, because Danielle Cabral, I think she came in very authentically. I think Rachel came in authentically, but like, there are times when they show that like they were fans. Bravo, Lover, 1, 2, 3, 4, like. Like they've shown it.
But I feel like at this point in 2024, who doesn't know Real Housewives of New Jersey? Like, it would be so hard, I feel like, to get people that are authentically just like naive to the whole show.
Or Housewives, like that's the whole problem.
Exactly. Like, I feel like it would be so hard in today's day and age. Housewives, one of the franchises at least.
Is that why? Because like ratings are down across the board for every franchise.
Well, I have to be honest with you. I'm so disappointed in like the full reboot for New York. It's just not my thing.
You haven't started season 2.
It's not my thing.
You haven't watched season 2, episode 1 yet.
It's just not my thing.
Episode 1.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
I have such strong thoughts about this. I think that there's only been one episode out as of today. The new one comes on, tomorrow or Wednesday?
Yes. There'll be more by the time
I'm telling you now, Rob Pepp is calling it. After this season, they will be bona fide Bravo celebrities. That show is going to skyrocket.
You think?
Erin, Bryn, Sai are skyrocketing that show. And Pavitt.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of Jessel, but I love her husband.
So Erin's going to skyrocket it. Sai's going to skyrocket it.
And Bryn.
And Bryn's going to
Who else is really bringing it?
I mean, I'm not a huge Jenna fan.
Neither am I.
Have been.
I don't like Jenna. I feel like they just brought in another lesbian to keep her around.
Pretty much.
They're not going to give much,
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to say much more after that.
I'm just not a fan.
I'm trying to think who else is though. That's not a good. I have to think.
They just brought in Rebecca Minkoff.
See, you were disappointed in her for the first, because I have friends that were.
They did not introduce her well. Oh, I'm sorry. And I'm missing out on Uba.
You like Uba?
I'm obsessed with Uba. Uba is gonna.